we're done and dusted with wishing ourselves Happy New Year. But the truth is, it's absolutely unbelievable just how fast this year, is going. Recently, I came to this particular studio on this chair to wish everyone Happy New Year. And guess what? We are over 10 episodes already. This is the very first episode in the new month of March. Welcome. Happy new month to you and yours. This is Babajide Guerrero. This is the longest running independent sports show on Nigerian television as well, Hotsports. My guys are in the studios. When I mean my guys, I mean one very beautiful lady and a gentleman who just can't keep his hands off his beard. We'll go for a quick break. When we return, you get to meet the guys in the studio.
The 20th National Sports Festival, Edo 2020, comes alive, live on Nigeria's #1 sport network, the NTA. Catch all the action of Edo 2020 on the Pride of Sports telecast in Africa in collaboration with Hotsports, masters of the game. For sponsorship consideration, please call Nick on 0803-332-4365 and Rookie on 0816-055-1920. NTA and Hotsports, a great partnership in sports.
All right, thank you very much for joining us. This is Hotsports, and we're just about to get into the thick of things. Remember, do well to join us across social media at Hotsports NG. Click, you will get taken, when you subscribe, to the particular channel. Kizuri makes a return, Fisayo. I don't think there's any human being alive that has so many names like him. But it's good to see you, my man. How are you?
It's great to be back on the show.
And that's why you're doing like this that time. The camera didn't pick him when he was doing like this, touching his beard. Of course, the beautiful Monserrat Molat is in the studio. How are you there?
I'm fine. Thanks for having me back.
Okay. All right, guys, let's just get right into it. Super Eagles of Nigeria's coach, Rohr, brought out his list, 24-man list, new names, new bloods, time to make some debut. And, of course, as usual, that particular list is on your screen. Goalkeepers, Daniel Akpeyi, Kichukwezenwa, Maduka Okoye. Defenders, of course, are there. Midfielders. And we see some new blood coming in, new foreign Eagles. Step forward, Cyriel Desser, a top scorer in the Dutch Eredivisie with 15 goals. And Kingsley Ehizibue, who plays for FC Koln in Germany. But we're hearing that maybe NFF are in conversations with Odion Ighalo to come back to the team. And maybe that's why he's not right now in the list at the moment.
A couple of weeks ago, we spoke about Odion Ighalo being recalled to the national team. Like, I still stand by what I said a couple of weeks ago, that they shouldn't bother bringing him back since we have young bloods like Victor Osimhen, Desser, and the new kids on the block that are coming. If he comes back to the national team, he will be hindering their progress. So what is NFF doing?
So, Molat, you feel that in a team of 24 that doesn't even have Bonaventure Dennis of Club Brugge, who scored 2 goals against Real Madrid and scored against Manchester United, you have a feel that we are getting to that place where we are spoiled for choices in numerous positions?
Actually, at the moment, Dennis is injured. That is why I did not play the return leg against Man United. So I think that's the reason why we actually dropped him out of the list. But presently, Nigeria is filled with lots of talents, young talents, and I think it's an opportunity for players to be coming in and out until when we get the perfect team, like the dream team of them.
Yeah, I mean, the dream team was actually a very good team. I mean, but again, we also have seen, quite good teams. But maybe this time around, it's that particular time where everything is gelling, for the coach. Remember, Nigeria at top of the table at the Group L with 6 points from 2 games. And, of course, they'll be playing Syria, Leone in the next couple of days. Of course, let's talk about some home sports now. We can confirm, or rather, it is confirmed by the Edo State government that President Muhammadu Buhari will open the Edo State National Sports Festival that will happen on March 22. Well, again, it's also good to see that happening because we can also confirm that Edo State's Deputy Governor, Philip Shuaibu, who also used to rather lace his boots for a particular team in the MPFL, made that particular announcement or statement that the president will be available for the opening. We can also confirm that NTA will be bringing you live games of the tournament in collaboration with Hotsport. Remember, NTA and Hotsport have continued that very outstanding marriage of ease and convenience, and that started at the African Cup of Nations in 2019, where yours sincerely, my humble self, was one of the presenters. Well, let's quickly talk about the COVID-19 now. Again, it's affecting every sports organization and every sport around the world, including the Syria and even including China and Tokyo. And now we hear there's a likelihood that even the Tokyo 2020 is likely not going to hold. Let me start with you, Fisayo.
The Italian Prime Minister actually ordered that all Italian games should be playing behind closed doors because COVID has been ravaging throughout Italy.
Ravaging, you mean?
Ravaging.
Yeah.
And it has been giving them problems.
No, maybe you're talking about your beards. You say ravaging. All right.
So it has been a big concern for all sports. Even the Olympic relay tour that is supposed to kick off later in the year has been put on hold because of the spread of the disease.
We also hear that some games may be moved, or rather some games may even be played under such situations, even in the Premier League. These are all confirmed. But it looks as if every management, every FA is trying to adjust to this particular virus.
Yeah, you know, COVID presently is like an unwanted guest, but we have no choice. So there is a way we are going to contain this because we cannot accommodate COVID-19 presently. With the issue with COVID, we just have to follow the medical experts. And one of the advice is that you should try to avoid a public place where you have a mass of over 5,000 people. And, you know, in a game of football, the least you can have is like 30-something thousand. So I think it will be better if some of these sports can be postponed or play behind closed door. But when we look at the business aspect of it, I think postponement will be better than playing behind closed door. Playing behind closed door, no one is going to get your ticket and you're not going to make the money back.
Well, sometimes we've seen during the course of this season, Inter Milan playing some games behind closed doors, even in the Europa League, and then it was like a training. It really was like a training because I was literally hearing the players shouting at each other.
Football without fans is like playing football in the cemetery.
I completely agree. Yeah, so, but again, these fans also want to come in a very healthy environment to make sure that, you know, they do what is best for them health-wise. We're speaking about still on Tokyo 2020. We can confirm that Japan will have to adjust its Olympic torch relay that sees the Olympic torch go from place to place around the world. It will be adjusted because of the ongoing issue of the COVID-19. We can also confirm that Nigerian Sports Minister Sunday Dare has congratulated the Taekwondo team for the qualification to the Tokyo 2020. Now, on the lighter mood, guys, who watched the video of a karate video of the Nigerian police women having a karate, showing action.
Like a particular tweet I saw online. It said there was no car in the Rati.
There was no car at all in the Rati. It was just two people having a go at each other. Maybe they had a bit of beef before coming and they didn't even want to go closer to each other. I thought karate was a combat sport. I just thought, man, guys, I think you should go watch that particular video right there on social media. We've been doing a lot of talking. Let's do a lot of breathing and taking a little bit of water. We'll go for a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
The 20th National Sports Festival, Edo 2020, comes alive, live on Nigeria's #1 sport network, the NTA. Catch all the action of Edo 2020 on the Pride of Sports telecast in Africa in collaboration with Hotsports, masters of the game. For sponsorship consideration, please call Nick on 0803 332 4365 and Rookie on 0816 055 1920. NTA and Hotsports, a great partnership in sports.
So moving on at this time, the EPL previews games will be happening in maybe 1 or 2 hours from now, where we'll see Bournemouth go to Anfield. And Liverpool right now, they are licking their wounds. They are, should I call them hungry lions right now?
No,
wounded lions, actually. And I expect them to pummel Bournemouth. Yeah, they should put like 2 to 3 goals past Bournemouth.
Actually, I'm not expecting Liverpool to win against Bournemouth. The highest they can get is draw because, you know, the slang of "you are doing well." That is what Atletico Madrid did to Liverpool. Yeah. So they are just drinking goals like Zobo currently. And Bournemouth, you know, is that time of the season where teams from 15 to 28 can just come to pull a surprise and upset because everyone, if you look at the table from 15 to 20, I think it's just like 1 point goal difference. So every team I just come for survival, like we are not going to relegation. So any big team that is playing team from that zone, I should just be very careful. And with the current situation of Liverpool, it's undeniable that they are missing Henderson at the midfield. So because, you know, there is this time that the front three of Liverpool are very weak I don't know, maybe mentally or physically, but they are weak. So is that time that Henderson actually come to the party trying to push forward the outside shot and everything, and he's injured. So I don't see Liverpool winning that game against Bournemouth.
I just feel it's going to be a dress rehearsal for their game against Atletico Madrid. So I expect them to put like 4 or 5 goals past Bournemouth.
Okay, since all of you are talking about Bournemouth and Liverpool, I want to ask, when last did you drink Zobo? Because since you're just saying Zobo, they're drinking goals like Zobo, I know. But yeah, really, you must feel for Liverpool right now. For a backline, I've got Trent, and of course, Virgil van Dijk, who everybody thinks is better than, is the greatest defender to have ever lived. Unfortunately, and that is not truly Van Dijk. I think he's a very good defender. But is he up there with the best ever? Nah,
no.
It's still very, very far away. Yeah, so moving on, another fixture that comes to mind is the biggest derby in England. No bigger derby. Maybe after the El Clasico, that should be maybe the biggest derby in football. Maybe another derby we could look at is the Derby de la Madonnina, and of course the derby between Torino and Juventus. So those are the big derbies.
Boca Juniors, River Plate.
Those are big derbies. But this Mancunian derby is a huge derby, and this time around, United are on a high in a way. They've not done badly in recent times. In the last 8 games,
United are not on a high.
Well,
the fixture used to be like, in the last 5 years, used to be like a title decider, a big fixture. But now it's just...
But you didn't even let me finish what I mean by on the high. I mean, a team that have played 8 games, and in the last 8 games, they've kept 5 clean sheets, and they've won well, and they've not considered goals.
What position are they on the table?
Actually, I will agree with Gary that Manchester United are on a high because
don't agree with me because I know you are saying something.
It's only a keeper that was on a high that will commit that blunder that happened against Everton. So they are truly on a high.
You see?
And that highness we are going to see.
But the high I was talking about, in fact, also has to include the eye that Bruno Fernandes have brought to the team in terms of the level of belief, actually.
And
seriously speaking now.
He has made an immediate impact
and that's
at
what
Manchester United with 3 goals, 2 spot kicks, and assists as well. Like, he has brought something fresh to the team.
So let's just talk about that game now. Where do you think it will swing? City or United?
City. City just won the Carabao Cup. They are in
They are the one on the eye.
Yes, they are the one on the eye. They are in high spirit, so I expect them to do the job.
Will it be easy, or do you want to put a number on it, Mo?
No, I'm not going to put a number because I have my man at the red side now, Odion Ighalo. If Ole will actually do the rightful by starting Odion Ighalo, I'm hoping that Odion Ighalo is not going to miss some sitters against City and he's going to score against City. You know, it's going to be a big one, like in Nigeria scoring against Manchester City.
But here's the thing, guys. United have actually lost just once to City this season. United won in the Carabao Cup fixture at Etihad.
And they lost at Old Trafford.
Yeah, that's
so
in
the last 3 years, it's as if City has turned Old Trafford to their own home. They are now the landlords of Old Trafford.
And United has done the same at Etihad.
Done the same at Etihad.
But I think things may actually change in this particular fixture. But hey, what do we know? But one thing that we also want you to know is the fact that we got you covered in terms of everything, sports, conversations. And we also need you to go to our social media platforms to do well, to send us messages. Let's engage. Talk to us. Let us know what exactly is on your mind on different issues, especially on the one that we're about to talk about now on our topic, the hot topic. We'll go for a quick break. And when we return, it's time to find out what is going to be on our burner this beautiful day. One of the biggest things that trended in the world of sports in Nigeria happened this particular week. And when I mean trend, of course, if you're on social media, you won't have missed it if you're a sports person. Well, our main issue today originated from a tweet by a prominent person and, of course, a member of the National Assembly. And he said, should the National Assembly pass a law mandating the NFF to include at least 2 players from the NPFL on the Super Eagles team? And this particular tweet trended, and a lot of people, jumped up on it. And so we are bringing it to this particular show, and I have my guys in the studio, and I'm asking them the same question.
Why should the manager of the Super Eagles be mandated to pick 2 players from a local league that is almost non-existent? I think is bizarre, is ridiculous.
So we are talking about the Nigerian national team. and the Nigerian Premier Football League. So if the players merit it, why not? They should be included if they actually merit it. So I think it's a bill that actually supposed to be passed.
And we are back. So Fisayo and Mo, let me allow the lady go first.
My point is that the tweet actually said 2 players from the local league that merit the call-up. So are you telling me that out of over 1,000 players that we have in the Premier League, none of them actually merited a call-up?
Let me ask you, where in the world have you seen the House of Assembly or Senate or the House of Minority of any country mandate a national team manager to pick 2 players from their local league to play in the team? It doesn't have to be mandatory. Passing a bill, that means you are trying to force the hand of the manager. Since when did we start applying federal character to the Super Eagles?
Actually, you might want to take it as sport and politics, but in my own view, I don't see it as sport and politics because the bill actually proposed to be
as
like
he has passed the bill,
just going to be.
If he's going to pass the bill, automatically he has already politicized the Super Eagles. So are you saying if a player, even if they are good enough, and the manager thinks, and the manager thinks the player is not good enough, you saying okay, you are passing the bill, that is strong-arming the manager.
So we are talking about merit. So are you telling me the like of Onuachu is better than Ali Misikiri? And Ali Misikiri is a product of MPFL. We saw Ali Misikiri at Wafu and everything, and he's scoring goals. But Onuachu, even me, even if I'm pregnant, I'm better than Onuachu. So we are talking about merit.
We don't even get to see these players on TV. So how do you even expect a manager? You are even mandating the manager to come and stay in this country because he wants to watch the MPFL. In this world of technology,
you don't see it on
are
TV.
You mandating
how many
when
of the
we have scouts, that
see?
Can go around, they can even check on player statistics, watch them on YouTube and all that.
All right, so good. I mean we know some teams are working well on their social media, especially I think Rangers do some good work on their social media, putting their highlights on YouTube and all. But are you saying that in all the Premier League, in all the players, there's not 1 or 2 players, or rather, are you saying that particular bill shouldn't see the light of day because of its content?
Let me pose it to you, my lady. When was the last time, when did they even come back from the recess they went, the National League? They just came back. Even most of them, I'm very sure they are not even fit. So why will you strong-arm the manager to put them in the team?
You said you are very sure. How many of the matches of the MPFL have you seen?
The infrastructures are not good. In fact, they lack organization. So why would you strong-arm a manager to pick players like that into the national team?
Okay, hold on. Do you know there is a policy in England that says homegrown players should be in the first 11 of the team?
But they won't put a gun to a manager's head to pick them by force.
This bill is just like the Premier League homegrown players.
Homegrown players are to be registered. It's not mandatory and compulsory that they have to play. Passing a bill means you are forcing the manager that okay, he has to pick.
The bill says to pick, not to play.
To pick, must he pick? That is waste of 2 slots.
It's not a waste because MPFL has produced the like of Chukwueze and Osimhen because they are product of MPFL.
Did they make the national team when they were in the MPFL? It was when they left the country.
During the time of Keshi and Ashwaibu, we won the AFCON with home-based players.
I was going to mention that, one of the things that we saw when that particular tweet was on, we also saw threads by some journalists, and they also gave first-hand experience of what they did with Stephen Keshi when Stephen Keshi asked the government, to create at least 3 months of training exclusive for local league. That it didn't happen. I think one of the challenges is the structure, but on this particular matter, are you saying, or rather, you don't feel that it is actually important that we integrate these local players?
We actually have plenty talents in this country, but we know that we don't have planning and organization, and it will affect their performances. So why would you force a manager to pick from a league that is disorganized, not...
But do you know that picking them will actually expose them because they are going to meet players coming from abroad with better understanding of the game, and that is going to add to their experience. But it's not just about
let me cut you short and
everything.
give you an instance. Korea Japan 2002, Romario was on fire in the Brazilian league. Luis Felipe Scolari was mandated by the president of the country that he must pick Romario. Romario was doing very well for his Brazilian team. He was playing in the Brazilian league, which is miles ahead of the NPFL. Scolari decided that he wasn't going to pick him. So you passing a bill that is just strong having the manager.
Scolari's decision was based that
strong. So why should you now pass a political bill to strong have a manager?
Can you name 5 players? Can you name 5 players in England team that doesn't play in the Premier League? That is part of the advantage of this.
As it has been in history, most English players don't play outside the country.
And can you say
why don't they play outside the country? It's because their league is very good and prosperous. But the NPFL is not close to it.
All right, so
don't you think if this bill is actually passed,
instead of passing a bill to mandate the manager to pick 2 from a league that is not organized and composed, why don't they try to reorganize the league and make it very
and this bill is actually going to be a leadway, a path to organizing the league, because now when you know that 2 of your players are to play in the national league, you have no option than to better the league.
Passing the bill of already picking 2 players from the league is like someone that hasn't gotten a land that has bought paint to paint his house.
Oh, but eventually the house may actually stand. All right, so this is the end where we drop the curtain, but great conversation there by Molat especially, and of course by Kizuri. Very well done as well to both of them. So we'll go for a quick break. When we return, it's time for my final whistle. Where do I swing? If I thought I'm swinging, we'll be right back.
The 20th National Sports Festival, Edo 2020, comes alive, live on Nigeria's #1 sport network, the NTA. Catch all the action of Edo 2020 on the Pride of Sports telecast in Africa in collaboration with Hotsports, masters of the game. For sponsorship consideration, please call Nick on 0803-332-4365 and Rookie on 0816-055-1920. NTA and Hotsports, a great partnership in sports.
All right, so my final whistle. Well, I would like to swing to the angle of Mo slightly, who feels that it's local content and there are viable options here. There are some players in here that are better than some players in there. But I also like to swing as well to the angle of Kizuri, who feels the league is bad. The league is really bad. And when you try to strong-arm a particular manager into forcing him into making, and that's not mandatory anymore. That's not football anymore, rather. That's just almost quota system or maybe politics in football. But here's what I think. I think it's absolutely extremely difficult to legislate things about football, especially in this kind of attitude. What if the quality is that bad? What if there is no, what if the coach fails even after picking those 2 players? Because that means that's 2 slots gone to players that are actually quite decent in that particular situation. And at the end of the day, the league should be better. The league will be better if we do things better and do things well, and such that way no coach would even want to even maybe stress a foreign player when he has a very ready available instrument to use to prosecute his games here in the local fronts. But those are my thoughts, and those are their thoughts. What are yours? Let us know on social media and, of course, on the number on your screen. Do want to send us a text. Please do not call. It's a number geared towards text messages only. Guys, I want to say very big thank you. First of all, to the lady looking very beautiful. Thank you so very much.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, and then of course, thank you so very much. I see the way I'm doing my hand. That's how you've been doing off camera.
It's always a pleasure coming on the show. And if I knew I was going to be with a beautiful man like this, maybe I would have trimmed my beard.
Yes, it is. Yes.
All right, guys. Actually need to do, because that is part of the procedure for COVID. That's what they called on,
guys.
The beard one.
You have to bring your beards. And guys, I'm sorry, man. I'm really sorry. Maybe on a lighter mood, but it took me years. All my time in university, I never grew one strand of beard. So now I have beards, and they are not telling me I'm supposed to cut down my beards because of COVID. Come on, COVID, go and sit down somewhere. I'm going to probably just keep my beards, and hopefully COVID stay away. But remember, guys, do well to look after yourself first, take care of the people around you, and then do well to also get alcohol-based hand sanitizers, such that you can wash your hands and clean your hands. Before we came into the studio, we washed our hands. As we're leaving outside as well, we will be washing our hands hands. Please keep washing your hands, and so that you can stay away from any form of diseases generally, and including COVID-19. We want to say a very big thank you to everyone for joining us, including my director, David, and of course, the whole of the Hotsport family. From all of us, it's have a beautiful week ahead. My name is Babajide Guerrero. Bye for now.